Creating a new document in Photoshop couldn't be easier. You have a couple different options in terms of how you can go about creating a new document. If you happen to be working here within the Start workspace, you can always come over and click the Create New button. But if you're not, if you're currently working with the document, what you can do is come up to the File menu, and from the File menu, you can choose New. There's also a keyboard shortcut, Command-N here on the Mac. It would be Control-N on the Windows side. This, of course, will open up the New Document dialog box. This dialog box is fairly large. It may be intimidating at first, but it doesn't have to be. You'll notice right now we're in the Recent section. What will be displayed here are different types of documents that you've set up recently within Photoshop, and those presets will appear here, or templates that you've worked with. There's also a Saved section, which will show you templates that you've worked with or any presets that you've saved personally. Then we have a series of different categories up here towards the top. We have photo, print, art and illustration. Then we also have web, mobile. Then we have film and video. Now, basically what these categories are a series of different presets. And a preset is nothing more than a default document size based upon what type of work you think you'll be doing inside of Photoshop. And they're starting points. So you can choose a preset and modify the parameters associated with it if necessary. So if we come over here and choose photo, for example, we'll see document sizes that are commonly used by photographers. And not only do we have these 4, but there's some more, and we can view them by clicking this button here, and you'll notice that the window expands to show you all of the presets. Now down towards the bottom, there's also templates that are available to you free from Adobe Stock. You can take that one step further, by the way, and perform a search on Adobe Stock right here within this dialog box. So again, we have photo as a series of presets, print, art and illustration. And again, these are nothing more than common document types for these particular categories. Then we have web, mobile, film, and video. The last 3 are for documents that will be presented on screen, and the first 3 are generally for documents that will be printed. And because of that, you'll notice that the size of the documents are being displayed in different units of measurement. These on-screen categories will be displayed using pixels, whereas these print categories will be displayed using inches. So again, these are nothing more than starting points. If we select one of these presets, you'll notice that the parameters populate over here on the right-hand side. And you can control this to best suit the needs of your project. The first thing that you can do is you can title the document. So I'll just go ahead and call this Document 1 because I don't really have anything more specific that I can type here. If I wanted to change the width, I could do that. I could just type in a new value. I'll type in 7. You could also change the height. You can change the orientation. Right now it's in landscape mode. If I click Portrait, watch what happens to the width and the height. They swap. So you can simply swap those values by clicking these orientation buttons. And we'll talk about artboards in another clip, but it's really a way of having multiple workable areas within Photoshop. You can change the unit of measurement by using this menu. The resolution can be changed. And again, resolution, color mode, and bit depth are more advanced topics that we're going to talk about in greater detail in a future module. But if you needed to change any of these attributes, you can do that. Likewise, you can also change the background contents, the background of the document. Do you want it to be white, black? Do you want to choose the background color that's already selected within the application? Do you want it to be transparent, or do you want to use a custom color? So a lot of options there for the background contents. Then we also have some advanced options which deals with color profiles and the pixel aspect ratio. Again, for right now, we don't really have to worry about those advanced options. We'll touch on those in a future clip. Now, finally, what you can do to create the new document is click the Create button. But if you think you're going to be creating several new documents that use these parameters that you just established, which are slightly different than any of these presets that already exist, you can save your own preset by clicking this little icon right here. And in this case, I'm going to be kind of specific about the dimensions associated with this document. I'm going to go ahead and call it landscape. Then I'll type in a comma and then the dimensions, which is 7x4. If I come over here and click Save Preset, that preset is now available within the Save section of this new document dialog box. So once you're happy with these parameters, you can come over and click Create, and when you do, a new document is created inside of Photoshop.